Hey guys, Rob out here, and I'm always in ImAlwaysInHotWater.com. Third boat of the day. Hopefully I don't get tongue-tied on you. I got the GoPro running for a little HD clearness, although the regular format will be a little closer up for something, so you can check out both videos. I haven't quite mastered this GoPro on my head yet, so but I'm working on it. Anyway, out here, nice day in June, out at one of my favorite places in Bluffton, and out at Palmetto Bluff private marina. And basically what I have out here for you guys today is going to be just a basic walkthrough of a 2005 Century 2200. Very popular, in demand for its nice ride through the water with a good V hull. This is actually powered with a 225 Yamaha TXRD versus the standard 200, and also the forward seating in this vessel and rear seating, which is nice for fishing and family fun. These vessels were very popular and very accommodating with fishing amenities and family comfort. So there's a lot of that going on. T-top, and I'm going to walk through the boat. Please keep in mind some of the personal items as seen will not be conveyed in the sale, and as well as always, get yourself a mechanic and a surveyor. Don't take my word for anything. All I'm doing is walking through to give you guys, one, to save me from the tire kickers, and two, for you for wasting a trip. So, there we are. Let's be honest about the situation. First and foremost, I'm going to walk through and show you guys she has bottom paint. Bottom paint obviously has been scraped in to a point. The boat has sat, a single owner boat, sat in dry stack for life out here at the bluff. I don't know why it's bottom painted. Probably originally it wasn't here, but over the last many years it has been dry stack. The bottom paint is probably going to be due for an update, but if you're not going to be storing the vessel in the water, then it really isn't an issue. Just so you guys can see everything that I see. As I walk through the exterior of the vessel, I really don't have any complaints for an 05 version. You're going to have a little bit of scraping on the decals, but as far as the exterior hull itself, I'm not showing any major scratches or gouges. Nothing but a couple fender rubs all the way through, as you guys bounce through the fenders with me. So overall, we're in good shape there. She's exactly as you would expect. You see the anchor up front, that will be conveyed in the sale. And also what I want to point out is there is no trailer with this vessel, so you'll have to supply your own or get a shipper or take her home by water. I can assist with that with one of the dealerships in the area if you need it. Also, up on the T-top, let me be clear, the outriggers and the bases are not going with this boat. Outriggers and bases are not included. The seller has a new boat arriving, and that boat is going to be manning these outriggers. So don't ask. They're not for sale. They're not available. Okay, so we covered that. Trim tabs on the vessel, 3-blade prop. I took pictures of the 225 with the cowling off. Obviously, you got some sun wear on the paint, on the cowling in a couple of spots, as you would expect. And in addition, I'm showing here that we're due for a fresh anode. That one's okay, but probably I'd spend the $30 and just put two new fresh anodes. Let's check the tab anodes. Yeah, actually get a whole set. You got 4 anodes here, one for each trim tab and there. So that'll be an expense for you, but an easy fix and really not that expensive. As we guys know, boat ownership is not cheap. This vessel's only been run on marine fuel only. So let's keep that in mind. And as we pop up. Now there will be a couple of questions I'm not going to be able to answer in the video. I'm trying to get a hold of the seller now. They went back out of town. First and foremost, what I want to get to is I'm just going to get to the helm. And Raymarine C80 Echo 301 DV. I haven't been able to attain power to the Raymarine Ray 54 VHF radio, so that may be working, that may not be working. Trim tabs work. I've gone through all the switches. Everything else is up to speed. 522 hours. This vessel has been used. over the last couple of weeks. In fact, last time I was out at the vessel, it was actually at, I think, 498 hours. So in about a 2-week period, the seller put on 22 to 25 hours, and I think that's great, because we all know vessels that are properly used are properly maintained, and it's definitely the way to go. When you get into some of these 10-year-old vessels and they have 100 hours on them, that throws up the red flags to me. As you guys can hear, the stereo is working. Side cushions are in good shape. Through the vessel, there's snaps that need to be replaced. You know, probably 10 or 12 snaps. You know, that is just something you get a snap tool and do that. As you guys see, there's rear cushions for the back. The front helm is in real good shape. This could use a little bit of a cleaning, and we do have a little tear right there. Nice back seating, nice fish station. Trying to get the GoPro in too. Sorry guys, keep forgetting this thing's on my head. And in the forward area where we have this seating, I am not sure if this port forward cushion exists or not. So we're 3/4 of the way there. If it's available, great. If not, then it's being sold without it. So kind of keep that in mind. Just have a lot of good with this vessel. Head area, once again, snaps. Let me just see if I can get my head tilted right. I did inspect up in here. Everything's clean. I don't see any saltwater intrusion or spray or wires showing corrosion. But once again, the snaps. Actually, I just broke this one right there. So, and this could use a good cleaning in here too as well. But overall, I think a little bit of elbow grease and, you know, a couple bucks and you're good to go. The extinguisher is showing full, so we're good there. But overall, that's pretty much it on the vessel. T-top's in great shape, although our carrier could use a new zipper. We can see that's all rusted out, but it's there. So overall, you have a lot of nice amenities, a lot of nice features, only 522 hours on the boat. You got to remember, this is a 10, 11-year boat. That is only about a 50-hour average a year. And in most appraisal guides, they're going to be estimating between 40 and 60 hours. So the amount of use is pretty much dead on as far as that goes. You know, you want to get boats basically that have been used generally at this age about 50 hours a year. So services were up to date last year. They're obviously at 522 hours. At some point going to be due, so I'd probably use the vessel for the season and then get all my services up to date. I always recommend double check your batteries when you get a pre-owned vessel. Start out with fresh. If you're in question, when in doubt, get fresh batteries, and also do your lower unit, your water pump, and you know, your service. And that is just something that is recommended on every pre-owned vessel. I even recommend them on ones that are just a few years old with just a few hours. That way you have a great baseline and a great starting point for yourself. So it's real important. Now, once again, this vessel is going to be listed. The seller's new boat's coming in a few weeks. He is motivated to move the boat, but at the same time is not going to give it away. This has a real good value, and it's a real nice boat for the model year. So reasonable offers will be considered on an offer sheet to be sent to the seller. And once again, if you are going to need assistance finding a trailer, let me know. There's a lot of good pre-owns out there, probably in your area. And if you're local and you want to take her home by water, she's already got bottom paint on her. So you're pretty good to go as far as that goes. So anyway, Rob out here at ImAlwaysInHotWater.com, hoping I gave you the best assessment that I could of this Century 2200 in good shape. And I'm wishing you guys a great and safe boating day. Rob signing off.